And on this Earth Day, we're learning about art made out of recycled items. You and your family can even try making it at home.
WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth is live at ICICLES Working Art Studio in Surfside Beach, getting the process started, right?
That's right, and I love it. We're actually making, well, this morning we're making fish out of recycled paper. And you've got a whole crew out here. They're already on the painting process, but what we're going to do is show you how exactly you can go through the steps. And we start with paper. That's all it is, shredded paper, right?
Right, shredded paper that I get from local offices. They actually have dedicated shredders for me. And we just take the paper, put it in the blender with some water, turn it on, and we've got paper mush.
Let's do it. So I just throw this in there? Any certain amount?
That's good. Start off with that.
Okay.
Push it on down. You can add a little bit more.
And this is something people can do at home.
Yeah.
This morning even. Just, you know, eat your breakfast and shred that paper. All right, so we're pouring the water.
Okay. And you put on the cover. And
that's it.
That's it.
And then this will eventually turn into these fish that we have over here. And you can pretty much make anything with this. You've got a whole studio full of beautiful art made out of recycled things. And that's what it's all about today, because it's Earth Day. Recycle and make something beautiful, guys.
Awesome. We love it. You could try it at home with the kids. You can shred their homework maybe after they get it back, you know, with the results.
I would go ahead and shred your homework, and then when the teacher asks for it, just say, "Oh, my mom and I made an art project."
Yeah, it's here so you can.
Sorry, I couldn't do that. 50-page paper. We made something with paper mache instead.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be working on that project all morning long. Well, going green can be pretty easy when you're having fun. And this morning on this Earth Day, we're learning how you can make art at home while recycling.
Yeah, when you go through that box, realize you don't have the winning ticket, take all that paper to where WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth is this morning, live at ICICLES Working Art Studio, having a little fun with some paper and water, and we're making art, right, Amanda?
That's a perfect idea. Take those old lottery tickets, shred them up, put them in with water in the blender, and then you come up with the mush.
The mush, the paper mush. All this is shredded water, or shredded paper and water. And then you squeeze out some of the water.
And plop it down.
Plop it down.
And you can make pretty much anything you want with this. We're going to make a fish this morning, so kind of describe how you started off there.
You just make a basic shape, get your idea of where you want your fins and your body, and then you just keep shaping and pressing and shaping and pressing.
Okay, and it's a good idea to do this on a little cloth, too, to pick up some of the water that we're squeezing out.
And then you take another one and put it over the top.
Okay.
And you'll take some of the water out. You go through a lot of towels doing this.
Okay, good to know. So have your towels ready.
And you just keep shaping.
Now, how did you get into making recycled art?
I actually started doing this when I was about 6 with my mother. She was a Cub Scout leader, and it was back in the day when you used shreds of or strips of newspaper with flour and water, and it was a nasty mess.
Okay.
And just over the years started using other stuff, and I don't know where she came up with putting it in the blender, but that's where it wound up. And this is, I've been doing the shredded paper in the blender since high school. Yeah, take another, and then you just take your fingers. That's how you get the different shapes in the fish.
Okay, so push down for some texture. And then you've got your team of artists here this morning who are painting because you, sit and let this dry for a while?
Yes, it dries in the sun. I try to do everything natural.
Oh, nice, okay.
I have old window screens that I stick them on and put them out in the sun. It's been hard drying the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I don't think this one will get dry this morning either.
No, no. Not
But
today.
This is really neat. Well, I'm going to keep working on my shaping skills, and I think we'll be painting them next, guys.
Very cool. Fun way for the whole family to get involved on this Earth Day.
Absolutely. Get out there and, appreciate nature. Maybe you go do some nature art in the great outdoors.
There you go. Coming up in our next hour, we'll tell you how else locals are celebrating and celebrations across the world as well.
And on this Earth Day, we're learning about art made out of recycled items. You can, and your family can even try doing it at home.
WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinseth is live at ICICLES Working Art Studio in Surfside Beach with the details.
That's right. We are to the painting process now. We actually took shredded paper and water, came up with this little mash right there, and put it into the shape of a fish, and now we're painting. What a great way to recycle and make something beautiful.
And it's so easy for kids to do. It's something you do at home. You dry it out in the sun, and you're virtually not having any carbon footprint.
That's right.
So that's what's good about it.
Because we all have a bunch of paper, you know, that you have
and
to
if you
get
have
rid of.
leftover house paint at home, that's what I paint with. Most of my paint is leftover house paint.
Now, this is obviously very important to you, recycling,
Yes.
reusing. Why is that?
I'm a tree hugger, and I've always been pretty much everything I can use that I can recycle. I do. Our tables that I use here are warped doors that can't be used. Instead of going into the landfill, they became workbenches. The aprons are recycled. If we have the opportunity to help save the earth, why wouldn't we?
Right.
Why not reuse things instead of just throwing them away?
I absolutely agree. And you do, you know, I love to recycle and reuse, but you take it to the extreme, and I love that. And this is just a great project that you could do with your kids and teach them about recycling and reusing, guys.
Fantastic. We'll check in with Amanda one more time in the next hour. Well, going green can be easy when you're having fun. This morning we're learning how you can make art at home while recycling.
There you go. This is much more like what I'm
your
talking
alley.
about. Yeah, WPDE News Channel 15's Amanda Kinsett live at ICICLES Working Art Studio in Surfside Beach. We're actually making some art, not just coloring, right, Amanda?
We totally are, yeah, and it's so fun. And you just take paper and water, throw it in the blender and turn it on, and then you get this little mush stuff, and you squeeze out the water, put it through the strainer, and then make whatever shape you want. This morning we made fish, but you've made a variety of different things, and you just let it dry, and then you can paint it.
And then you can paint it. Pretty much anything that's made out of clay, you can make out of this paper mush if you've got patience. And I try to dry it in the sun as much as possible. It can take from a few hours to a few days, and then you paint it.
That's right, and we've been having fun painting this morning. Cameraman Keith painted a little tiger fish over there.
Turned out great.
Yeah, it did. And what is this right here?
That's a giraffe butt. That's from the All About the Bass series.
I love it. I love it. And then, of course, you have the earth over here, too. For Earth Day, that's perfect. But this is just such a good and fun project. And you do this all the time. You've got all the different classes and everything. But for people, you know, to talk about recycling and reusing and, you know, making something fun and beautiful.
It's a
being
good
able
way
to
to
hang
get
it
your
up.
kids doing something, and kids love to play with this. I
Yes.
mean, it's so easy. It doesn't stain anything. It's non-toxic. If you
like
get it all over the house.
Doesn't stain and cleans right up. Sounds like the perfect toy, too.
Yeah.
Guys.